In GTA 3, there's this mysterious telephone outside of a factory that just rings until you pick it up. On the other end of the line, you'll be speaking to a man named Marty Chonks. Now, this guy is a factory owner with some very sinister intentions. The first job has you going to pick up a bank manager and bring him back to the factory. Seems pretty normal, right? And then suddenly this happens.
Get your hands off me arm!
Our next job is to go and pick up 2 more individuals and bring them back to the factory, who ultimately meet the same fate. But the next victim is rather surprising. This time he wants to get rid of his wife. After picking her up, taking her back to the factory, once again she meets a horrible demise.
Stop!
Finally, we have the conclusion of the story, which is where the dark truth begins to show itself. Because this whole time, this character has been using the bodies of these victims to be put into tins of dog food.
He thinks I'm gonna pay him off, but my guess is Liberty's dogs are gonna get yet another flavor this month.
However, Marty Chonks definitely also gets a taste of his own medicine.
Now I'm taking over the business.
Our next questionable brutal moment is in GTA San Andreas, and let's be honest with this one, CJ is actually kind of bad for doing this. Although this construction worker technically didn't do much wrong, he was allegedly harassing CJ's sister. Regardless of that, I don't think he quite deserved exactly what CJ does to him in a few moments' time. Now, you're tasked with finding a bulldozer and then destroying all of the porta cabins around the area. Once this construction worker exits a toilet, he notices all of the crazy carnage going on and decides to hide inside the toilet to try and avoid being attacked. This is when CJ decides to use a bulldozer to push the portaloo into a deep hole in the ground, then proceeds to get into a cement truck and fill the hole with cement, literally burying the man alive. One of the worst ways you could possibly go out in the world. And this guy was virtually just an innocent construction worker who probably harassed the wrong person. This isn't the only brutal thing that CJ's done or brutal moment in GTA San Andreas, because the next one comes along with the mission Body Harvest. And if you've ever played GTA San Andreas, you'll know this mission is particularly brutal. Now, during this mission, you're then given the task to go up to a local farm to steal a combine harvester. Now, this farm is absolutely full of farmers, and once you steal the combine harvester is where the real brutality begins. You see, because when you're on your way out of the farm, all of these farmers try and stop you from escaping, but they get in the way of the combine harvester and CJ decides to run them over. And this is entirely optional, but if you do, you'll notice that out the back of the combine harvester, instead of spewing out hay bales, you'll see guts, body parts, and loads of other things that are just, yeah, definitely very brutal. And this mission, when I played it when I was young, was seriously like, whoa. This was the first time a GTA mission made me realise just how gruesome the game can actually be. But what about when we are the ones who are cutting up our victims? Well, that's exactly what happens during the mission Dead Meat in GTA Liberty City Stories. Now, this is a mission given to the main protagonist Tony Cipriani by his own mother. She complains that a man named Giovanni Casa has stopped paying his protection money after Tony humiliated him and took some private photos of him.
You wish I had Casa's guts? Okay, Ma, you asked for them.
So he takes that quite literally. He picks up Casa and then takes him down to a local sawmill. Casa becomes increasingly worried until eventually Tony switches on a grinder machine and it becomes clear what his intentions are. You're then instructed to chase the man around the sawmill with an axe. Once you catch up to him and take him out, a very gruesome cutscene starts to play. So Tony then loads the remains of Casa into a van and delivers Casa's own meat to his own butchery. Throughout the rest of Liberty City Stories, Casa's meat is being distributed to the citizens of Liberty City to eat without even realizing. Next up is probably one of the most brutal moments in a GTA game ever. So during this mission in GTA 5, while playing as Michael, you head up to the Quartz Art Center, which is near the Spoochie Beach on the hills overlooking Los Santos. You meet with Haynes, as Norton and Agent Sanchez. Now, you're led to believe that the reason for this meeting is to discuss the predicament going on currently with Michael during the storyline. However, Haynes, who's desperate to cover his tracks, orders Sanchez to apprehend Michael and Agent Norton. However, the situation takes a twist when a group of IAA agents led by Agent ULP arrives and has the trio arrested for alleged anti-American activity. However, a rival faction of the corrupt FIB agents emerges, causing a crazy scene. Agent Sanchez then reveals himself as a double-crossing agent working with the corrupt FIB, and this crazy standoff occurs, which is where we finally get to see one of the most brutal moments in a GTA game ever. And I'm just going to let you watch this clip right here.
What are they doing here?
Steve, put your gun down.
Oh, same goddamn leg. Go! Fuck!
At least Agent Sanchez went out quickly, which is more than we can say for this GTA protagonist. We are going to be talking about Johnny from GTA 4, The Lost and Damned. Now, this guy is actually the main protagonist playable character for The Lost and Damned for GTA 4. And during the events of Grand Theft Auto 5, this guy ends up being killed by none other than Trevor Phillips himself. Now, the whole reason why Johnny actually passes away in GTA 5 is because he confronts Trevor, which is something you never really want to do. But the issue is, Trevor was kind of seeing Johnny's ex-girlfriend, so he did feel pretty bitter about the situation. What makes this scene so brutal is how Trevor kind of tricks him into believing that he's okay and he forgives Johnny, and then this happens.
Fucking shit! Who the fuck are you speaking to? Who? I'm talking to you, huh? You fuck! Johnny! Next time, don't get in my fucking face! I just saw a fucking ghost and I gotta hear your crap! Get up! Get up!
Trevor then heads off to find more members of the Lost, and when confronting them, he then tells them that Johnny is gone. It turns out that part of Johnny's brain is still stuck to the bottom of Trevor's boot.
Johnny ain't gonna be cool if you messing with her again.
Oh, really? Well, you don't think so, huh? Well, why don't we just ask him then, huh? Hey, cowboy, you mind that I fucked your old lady? Sorry, what was that? Well, no, you don't mind? Oh, because you're a dead man? And the only sentient part you left is this little bit of brain and the gristle on the end of my boot? Well, thank you very much, cowboy. Bullshit! Oh, I like it, denial. That is first part of the grieving process, brothers. Now let's all hold hands, huh? Oh, looks like you got something you want to say, huh? You got something you need to say?
This better be bullshit.
Oh, where you guys going, huh? Let's go, ladies!
Our next runner-up is, of course, going to be Jay Norris from Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, Michael is tasked to breaking into the Life Invader offices to plant prototype device, which is then going to be used at a press conference by Jay Norris himself. The only thing is, this prototype device that Lester has us planting in the Life Invader offices is actually an explosive device. Once we get out of the Life Invader offices after planting the explosive device, Michael then returns home to turn on his television and catch the latest press conference. That's when Jay Norris decides to answer the telephone when it rings, and this happens.
Oh, hold on a second. I think someone's trying to dock with me. Hello?
Get security! And first aid! No.
Now, this next victim is very unfortunate and very unlucky. Completely accidental and was the result of complete misunderstanding, which makes it even worse. Molly Shultz is Devin Weston's lawyer in GTA 5. Her final appearance comes when she's told by Devin Weston to take and store a copy of a film produced by Michael DeSanta and Solomon Richards to her flight. Michael, absolutely refusing to relinquish his debut film, relentlessly pursues her to the Los Santos International Airport. Michael did not have intentions to take out Molly, but because she knows who Michael is, she becomes increasingly panicked and ends up crashing her car and running away on foot. She believes that Michael is out to harm her. In a desperate bid to evade Michael, Molly dashes towards a jet housed in the hangar. However, what happens next is one of the most brutal, uncontrollable moments in GTA history, as one of the turbines sucks Shultz into it, shredding her to absolute pieces.
He kills people! Help me!
Oh, stop! Look out!
And they were the darkest and most brutal GTA moments of all time. Subscribe to see more videos like this and more, and I'll see you guys in another video.